I've been getting a lot of questions lately about waiting for mortgage rates to drop before buying, and I get it. With where rates are today, it feels like the smart move is maybe just to wait. But I want to share something with you that might surprise you. The last time rates dropped significantly, a lot of people who waited actually ended up in a worse position than if they had bought earlier. I'm Jonathan Wilson, your mortgage advisor here in Tennessee, and today I want to walk you through what really happened during the last rate drop and just share some numbers that might change how you're thinking about all the timing. Now, my goal is not to pressure you into anything. It's really just to make sure that you have all the information that you need so that you can make the best decision for your situation. Okay, let me start with some facts that might surprise you. In 2021, Tennessee had 138,000 home sales. It's the most homes sold since records began in 1992. And that was the year rates dropped below 3%. But here's what nobody talks about. Home sales from the previous 2 years have failed to reach the same peaks that were recorded in the summers of 2020 and 2021. Why? Well, because when rates dropped, everyone jumped in at once. Think about what happened. Rates fell, and suddenly every buyer who had been waiting rushed in the market simultaneously. The result was bidding wars, homes selling in days, buyers waiving inspections and appraisals just to be able to compete, and prices that shot up faster than anyone expected. Home values in Tennessee have increased by over 63% over the last 5 years. Most of that happened during the rate drop period. So yes, people got lower rates, but they also had to pay $50,000, $75,000, even $100,000 over asking price just to get their offers accepted. They gave up inspection rights, waived appraisal contingencies, and made decisions under extreme pressure with no time to really even think it through. And that's honestly what could happen again. Now let me show you the real math that most people miss. In today's scenario, maybe you buy a home for $400,000 in Tennessee at a 7% rate. With 20% down, your monthly payment is $2,129 a month. Now here is the waiting scenario. Let's say rates drop to 6.25%, but because thousands of buyers flood the market, that same house now costs $450,000. Your monthly payment is now $2,217. You waited for a better rate and ended up paying almost $100 more per month. Plus, you paid $50,000 more for the house and you needed an extra $10,000 for the down payment to avoid PMI. All for a better rate. That's the trap nobody warns you about. Lower rates don't help if home prices rise faster than rates fall, but it gets worse. While you're waiting and paying rent, you're missing out on building equity in your own home. Every month you rent is a month you're not building wealth through home ownership. And here's the kicker. There is no guarantee rates will drop significantly anytime soon. Here's something most people don't think about. For every 1% that rates drop, thousands of buyers re-enter the market. When rates were at 3% in 2021, we had 138,000 home sales in Tennessee alone. That's a record. By 2023, when rates had climbed significantly higher, sales dropped to just under 96,000 homes. That's over 42,000 fewer buyers competing for homes when rates were higher. Now do the math. If rates drop just 1%, you're not competing with current buyers only. You're competing with thousands of additional buyers who are waiting just like you. More buyers plus the same number of homes equal higher prices and bidding wars. A high or growing percentage of homes selling above list price indicates that the housing market is competitive and bidding wars are becoming more common. That's exactly what happens when rates drop and the waiting buyers flood back in. You go from shopping in a buyer's market to fighting in a seller's market essentially overnight. But let's talk about what waiting really costs you beyond money. Right now, homes in Tennessee spend an average of 50 to 75 days on the market before going under contract. Right now, you have time to find the right house, to negotiate properly, and make smart decisions. When rates drop and competition surges, that window closes. Homes start selling again in days. You'll be making rush decisions, waiving inspections, and overpaying just to get a house. Meanwhile, life keeps happening. Maybe you're stuck in a rental that doesn't really work for your family anymore. Maybe you're commuting too far to work every day. Maybe you're missing out on the equity building that comes with home ownership. Every month you wait is a month you're not building wealth through real estate. In Tennessee, that is real money that you're leaving on the table. And here is the biggest risk. What if rates don't drop as much as people hope? What if they stay elevated for years? Are you going to keep waiting while your life stays on hold? I get it. Waiting feels safe. It feels like you're being smart with your money, but the data honestly tells a different story. Now, according to the most recent data, the national median home price is $407,500 with a year-over-year change of 6%. Home prices are still rising while you wait. Right now, the Tennessee market currently leans towards buyers. There's a 5-month supply period. That means you have options right now. You have negotiating power. Sellers are more willing to work with you. Here's something else to pay attention to with today's market. Sellers are actually paying for closing costs and offering incentives to get their home sold. They're negotiating on price. They're helping with repairs and doing things they would never have done in a competitive market. When rates drop and competition returns, those seller incentives disappear overnight. Not only will you pay more for the house, but you'll lose thousands in closing cost help and other concessions that sellers are offering right now. The smartest buyers aren't waiting for the perfect timing. They're taking advantage of the buyer-friendly conditions that they have right now. And here's the thing, there are ways to make buying work in today's market that most people don't even really know about. Over the next few videos, I'm going to show you exactly how smart buyers are making moves in today's market without waiting for perfect timing, such as how to keep your current 3% mortgage and still move to a better home, how to buy your dream home before you sell your current home, how to use your current home's equity to eliminate debt and actually improve your financial position while moving, how to get seller paid rate buy downs that can give you a lower than market interest rate and keep those payments low. These are real strategies I'm using with clients every week who decided to stop waiting and start winning. First, please stop letting the fear of imperfect timing keep you stuck in a situation that doesn't serve your life. The truth about waiting for rates to drop, by the time they do, you might not be able to afford what you want anyway. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell because next time I'm going to show you how to think about your 3% mortgage differently and whether you should actually consider moving. I'm Jonathan Wilson, and I believe everyone deserves to have a fantastic mortgage experience, and that honestly starts with making smart and informed decisions. Thanks for watching.